Have you ever seen an 80-year-old woman look 40 years younger? Meet! This incredible woman's name is Talley Williams, and she breaks all stereotypes about aging. She recently turned 80 years old, but despite her advanced age, she leads an active lifestyle and looks like she is no more than 40 years old. It seems like she drank the elixir of eternal youth. Her figure, energy, and gait are like those of a young girl. But there's no magic or luck involved. It's all about daily actions and the right habits that she's been following for years. Today you will learn about all the secrets of this incredible woman's youth. So watch this video until the end. It will be very interesting and useful. So let's get started. The first thing you should pay attention to is her active lifestyle. But it's not about the banal move more. Talley is constantly on the move, not only physically, but also socially. She attends events, participates in public life, is engaged in activism, fights for the rights of Black people, and receives awards for this. And this is important not only from a moral point of view. When a person is involved in social processes, his brain works differently. The brain does not go into the survival mode, it remains in the creation mode. This reduces the level of chronic stress, which destroys the body from the inside and at the same time supports cognitive functions. Simply put, when you have a reason to get up in the morning and change something, your body is in no hurry to age. In addition, social activity directly affects the hormonal background. Communication, participation in significant events, a sense of self, worth, all this stimulates the production of dopamine and oxytocin. These hormones not only improve mood, but also really slow down the aging process, affecting the immune system and even the condition of the skin. Talley doesn't just live among people, she constantly interacts with them, and this is what keeps her psyche and body in a young state. The second important aspect is daily training. And here again, there is no magic, only the unpleasant truth. The body ages just as much as you allow it to be inactive. Talley trains every day, not for the sake of a perfect figure, but because movement is a basic function of life for her. Regular physical activity supports muscle mass, and this is one of the key factors of longevity. With age, muscles begin to break down, and this is what triggers a chain of problems. Metabolism worsens, endurance decreases, and energy levels drop. But there is also a less obvious effect. Physical activity directly affects the brain. During training, blood circulation increases, the brain receives more oxygen, and neural connections are activated. This reduces the risk of age-related cognitive impairment and supports clear thinking. Talley doesn't just train her body, she literally rejuvenates her nervous system every day. Another point that many underestimate is the attitude to their appearance. Talley looks after himself. She dresses fashionably, chooses hairstyles, and emphasizes her femininity. At first glance, this may seem superficial, but in fact, it is a powerful psychological tool. When a woman invests in her appearance, she sends herself a signal. I'm still important. This affects self-esteem, and it in turn affects behavior. People who feel attractive are more likely to go out into society, interact more actively with others, and try new things more easily. This creates a vicious cycle. Activity supports youth, and the feeling of youth stimulates even more activity. Talley doesn't just look younger. She acts like she has several more lives ahead of her, and the body adapts to this expectation. It is impossible not to mention her blog. Talley actively shares her life, inspires others, and shows that age is not a limitation. And here again, an important mechanism is hidden. When a person becomes an example to others, he takes on a certain role. Talley can no longer give up because she is being watched. This creates additional motivation to keep fit. Besides, blogging is a constant mental activity. You need to formulate thoughts, analyze experiences, and interact with the audience. It trains the brain no worse than complex intellectual tasks. It also gives you a sense of meaning. And to be honest, meaning is perhaps the most underestimated factor of longevity. People age the fastest when they stop understanding why they should continue. And finally, time with family. Talley conducts it not out of a sense of duty, but because it is important to her. Close relationships are one of the most powerful factors affecting life expectancy. Emotional support reduces stress levels, strengthens the immune system, and even affects the cardiovascular system. But it's not just about biology. When there are people around who need you, you have a reason to stay active. The story of Talley Williams is not about the secret of youth in the usual sense. There are no magic pills or unique treatments. There is a set of habits that combine to create a completely different aging scenario. She doesn't try to stop time. She just doesn't let herself fall out of life. And here's the funny thing. All these principles sound obvious. Move, communicate, take care of yourself, have a purpose. But most people prefer to ignore it, hoping for something simpler. Talley chose a difficult path, and in the end, she received a simple reward. She lives the way many people want to live, but they don't dare. Her example is inconvenient because it destroys excuses. You can't say, "I don't have time," or "it's getting late." When a person in their 80s lives more actively than many in their 30s, it becomes obvious that the problem is not age. The problem is the choice. And no matter how it sounds, youth is not so much a body condition as a behavior strategy. Talley Williams proved it. All that remains is to decide if you are ready to do something about it. Are you ready to start developing yourself and your body? After all, in order to look young, not only constant physical training is important. In order to look young, it is important to change your mindset, to set yourself the attitude that life is not coming to an end, but only continues, to think that time is not lost, but is subject to you. And that's when everything will work out. It is then that you will embark on the path of not only youth, but also a happy life. Friends, what do you think of this woman? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with someone who might find it particularly useful.